Hey everyone, welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to be working on a baby blanket. So this baby blanket's going to go to our friends at Bundles for Babies, and it's going to be about 13 inches squared. So to start, I'm going to be using a G-hook, and I'm using a 3.5 size yarn. So I'm going to start with a slip knot, and then I'm going to make a chain that's about 12 inches long. It's not a specific number of chains that I've counted. I just made it 12 inches long. And that is because the blankets that they need for Bundles for Babies are between 12 to 14 inches squared. So I'm just going to make mine 12 inches. It will grow a little, so it's going to be about 13 inches when I'm done. If you want to make this blanket for personal use, just make the chain as long as you want the width of your project to be. So you can make it for like a bigger baby blanket. It can be anywhere between 36 to 40 inches long. So now that I've reached the length I want for my chain, I'm going to just pinch this very last stitch because we're going to come back to it. So we're going to chain 2 stitches. And now we're going to double crochet into this stitch that I'm pinching. So count 2 stitches back, it's the third one. So we yarn over, see it's 1, 2 on the third. Yarn over and insert your hook into that third stitch. And then we yarn over. There we go. So we've got 3 loops on the hook right now. We're going to yarn over and pull it through, so we still have 3 loops on our hook. And we're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. And now we're left with 2 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through the last 2 hoops. So that is a double crochet. We're going to make a double crochet in every stitch of this chain. So I'm going to go into my next chain and double crochet again. So now that I've reached the end of my row, I crocheted a double crochet in every single stitch. We're going to make our next row, so we're going to have to chain 2, and we're just going to turn our work around. Now we're going to be working with our posts. So see these little ones? These are the posts, so not the stitch. So we're going to yarn over, and then we're going to slip our hook behind the post and pull it forward. Once we do that, we yarn over and pull through. So now we've got our 3 loops for a double crochet, and we just finish off our double crochet. So that's a front post double crochet, and now we're going to make a back post double crochet. So we're going to insert our hook through the front, and then we're going to push that post back. And now we're going to yarn over and pull through, and we finish our double crochet. So I'll show you a couple more here. So we're going to go back to a front post double crochet. So we push our post forward for a front post, and we finish our double crochet. Let me get some more yarn here. All right, and then we're just going to yarn over again, and this next post we're going to push it back for a back post double crochet. So keep crocheting this way in an alternating front post and back post double crochet until you get to the very last stitch of your row. So now that I have finished my row, see how these start to pop out? And then we have our front post and our back post, and they're very clearly visible. So from here on out, it just becomes a lot easier to work. So here, let me show you how you finish your row. So after you've done your last post, so this one was a back post, see this little chain space right here? That's where we're going to make one last double crochet, and that's going to finish off our row. If we don't make this last double crochet, it's going to start to make our blanket smaller, so it's going to be wider at the bottom and narrower on top. It's going to look a little triangular. So moving on, we need a chain of 2, and now we're going to do the opposite. So see this one that was a front post? Now we're going to push it back and make it into a back post. So we make a back post double crochet, and now see this one that's kind of hidden back here? We want to pull that one forward. So in this top stitch, because you see that little middle line, we want to work on the top part of that. So we're just going to pull it forward and double crochet. For this next one, it's sticking out here in the front, so we want to push it back, and that's going to be a back post double crochet. And we make a front post double crochet. And we just keep doing this until we get to the very end of our row. So I'm just going to keep showing you here what I'm doing for a little bit longer so you get the idea. So I finished this row, and I've left this last little stitch to show you how to close it off. So I will do my front post double crochet, and then see this little chain space right here? That's where we're going to end our row. So we're just going to insert our hook in here and make our double crochet. And our row is finished. So now we chain 2 and we do the exact same thing we did this past row. So we're going to pull up the back post double crochets and push back our front post double crochets. So this first one is a back post double crochet, so we're going to pull it forward. And now we're going to make it a front post double crochet. And then this one's sticking out here towards the front, so we're going to push it back. And that's our back post double crochet. The next one we pull it up forward, so it becomes a front post double crochet. And we'll just keep working this way for the rest of the blanket. So I'm going to be switching colors here soon because I want mine to be striped. So I'm just going to show you how to switch your color. And then from there you can just switch colors if you want to. If you don't want to, that's okay. It's up to you. You can work a blanket just in one color in the same pattern. And it looks great. It's a really cute blanket. So I'm going to be switching my color now. So I'm going to go to white. So just make sure you leave a nice tail end so that we can weave it. So just insert my hook through that last hoop and then just grab my white yarn, and I'm going to grab both tail ends and just pull them through. And we're going to tighten the blue a little bit, and we're just going to start working the same way that we'd been working before. So this little tail, you can either weave it in or you can just kind of try to hide it here. I'm just going to try to, here we go, pull it to the side to see if it's easy for you to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to crochet this row the same way I've crocheted my other 2 rows. So this back post double crochet, we're going to make it a front post double crochet. And we're going to push this one back to make it a back post double crochet. But that's how you switch colors. It's just that easy. Those tail ends at the end, you're just going to weave them in. So with a yarn needle or a tapestry needle, just sew them into the work. It'll also keep your blanket from unraveling. So I'm just going to keep crocheting this, switch colors a few times, and I'll show you what the blanket looks like at the end. So this is my tiny baby blanket. I ended up switching colors a few times just to create a stripe. It's 13 inches squared. So the baby blankets that they are asking for bundles for babies are anywhere between 12 inches to 14 inches squared because they need really tiny blankets. If you want more information about this organization, please see the description below. It does have a link to their website. If you have any questions about the video or the pattern itself, please leave them down in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this, and give it a thumbs up if this is the kind of stuff you'd like to see. You can follow me on Instagram. I am @modebespoke, and thanks for watching.